facing some with microphone. He has
How
some
to
problem.
change the
Good morning, doctor.
how to change the name?
Dr. Sanjay, good morning. Are you long time? After long time, we have seen you. Very long time.
Thakur sir, you are not audible.
Mic.
My Thakur sir.
हाँ अभी शायद चालू हो जाएगा अभी.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes.
अभी हो
Good
गया.
morning.
Good morning.
Thakur ji,
all.
namaskar.
Good morning. Good morning all. Let's start the program. So,
Yes sir.
yeah,
Good morning,
I request
Ketan sir.
Madam just proceed for the program.
Good morning to all guests and participants. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all present here online for the webinar on economics in satellite. Dr. Sanjay Singh Thakur, immediate person, past chairman, IIT Mumbai Center. This webinar is planned under IIT Professional Activity Center at Prora Rural Engineering College, Loni, Ahmednagar. On behalf of Prora family, we pray for the good health, safety and well-being for everyone in this pandemic situation. We are fortunate to have today's chief guest, Professor Pradeep Prabhakar, retired wing commander, elected president IIT 2021-22. Dr. KTV Reddy, immediate past president of IIT. Member of IIT Governing Council, chairmen of various IIT center, principals, faculty members of various institutes, corporate members and all student members of IIT. I welcome you all on behalf of Prora family. I request Dr. S.M. Gulane, Chairman, PAC and Principal, PREC Loni, to introduce today's chief guest, Dr. Pradeep Prabhakar sir.
Thank you, madam. So, first of all, let us congratulate Wing Commander Prabhakar ji for getting elected as the president of IIT. So, for the year 2021-22, let's have a clap, online clap.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So we have with us
I'm honored. Thank you.
We have with us today's speaker, Dr. Sanjay Singh Thakur. I welcome him, and we have various distinguished IETians. Among them are Dr. Nilesh Kasat, a governing council member, Dr. Sri Bhatia ji, Dr. Ajay Thakre, Dr. R.R. Deshmukh, Dr. Bormane, Dr. KTV Reddy, immediate past president of IIT, Sri Valinskar ji, chairman IIT Mumbai, Sri Professor C. Murli, Sri Sambres, chairman Aurangabad, and many guests, many distinguished personality, and all my dear participants. I take this opportunity to introduce in brief today's chief guest, Professor Pradeep Prabhakar, Wing Commander. Professor Pradeep Prabhakar is a person known for his academic and professional accomplishment, vast administrative experience, and vision towards higher technical education, skill development in upcoming frontal areas and innovation. Always has been in his passion. He has the educational record as BTech honors in electrical with specialization in telecommunication, MTech in electronics and communication, postgraduate in management, and has done advanced training at IIT Kanpur and at MATRA Paris, France. He has a professional experience more than 45 years. He has worked as aeronautical engineer in Indian Air Force, took premature retirement in the rank of Wing Commander, associated with various assignments and prestigious projects, including the induction of Mirage 2000 fighter aircraft and its weapon systems, and also commanded two technical units during the period 1975 to 1997. He is the founder, director, and principal of IIPP College of Engineering, Kala AMP, during 1997 to 1999. He was director, Sri Sukhmani Institute of Engineering and Technology, Dera Basi, for the period over 6 years. Professor of MMU, Mulana. He was the founder principal, Swami Devi Dayal College of Engineering, Barwala. Founder, director, and principal of Panchakula Engineering College, Barwala. Director, principal, LR Institute of Engineering and Technology, Solar. He was the chairman, Board of Research, Innovation and Standards, IET, New Delhi, during the period from 2013 to 18. At present, he is the chairman, CSI, Chandigarh. Honors and awards and achievements received by him. He has received the appreciation from Air Officer in Charge Maintenance, Vayu Bhavan, New Delhi, in 1987. Commendation from Air Office Commanding, Air Force Station Gwalior in 1990. Appreciation from CSO, Central Area Air Command, Allahabad in 1991. Excellence in Teaching Award, Rotary International in 2015. Chaired 6 national conferences on frontal technologies. He has published research papers in the international and national journals, guided more than 50 students for MTech dissertation, and independently guided more than 200 BTech and MTech projects on upcoming technologies. And we are very fortunate to get him as a president elected for the year 2021-22. I request Wing Commander Prabhakar ji, please bestow us with his words of wisdom. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now,
Dr. KTV Reddy, our past president IIT, Dr. Gulhane, principal Parvara Engineering College, and Dr. Thakre, Dr. Bhatia, Dr. Nileshi, Dr. Sanjay Singh, who's a speaker of the day, and other EC members, Professor Murli, and my dear friends, a very warm good morning. First of all, I congratulate Dr. Gulhane for opening of Professional Activity Center at Parvara Engineering College. It is to the great satisfaction in a short span of the time that this BAC has taken a lot of professional activities. This is the way all the centers as well as various professional activity center, they must progress. They must take the centers forward in all the aspects of professionalism. So this is the right way. I think so within a short span, I think today is the 6th, if I'm not right, is the 6th lecture today. It is especially organized on a very area of very advanced, like on satellite communication. Coming to the satellite communication has gone a lot of change when we studied when in the MTech somewhere in 82 or so, satellite communication, and now a lot of changes have taken place in every aspect of the communication. The total scope has gone up, and now practically the stage is coming when we are coming to the next era of communication, low orbit satellites. We are no more now trying to go the geostationary satellite, and with this kind of, it will revolutionize the personal connectivity. That means if you are flying in an aircraft anywhere, you will be able to speak on us through satellite. And these satellites like a swarms and being driven by the technology innovations. That means a lot of innovations are coming also in this field, and it is becoming a very less expensive because the launch will be very less expensive. The launch services will be not like the earlier type of satellites. Like the SATCOM, the satellite communication is becoming more dynamic, flexible, and in certainty it will increase that it will be able to provide fast communication, whether it is a military communication or the civilian communication. So this is a new services also will be added, so that more benefits to the societies are there, and lot of other capabilities. It will merge with other part of the communication. So with the now with the new technologies coming and innovations coming, the satellite communication is going to play a very different role. Today, of course, Dr. Sanjay Singh will speak more about on the satellite communication. So I'm not going in a much detail. I'm leaving the topic here, but I must say again, I'm thankful to Dr. Gulhane and his team for inviting me as the chief guest of the day. I wish this institute all the best in life, and this particularly the Pavara, the PSC, the times to come to grow and flourish with all. And we would like to see you as a initially maybe sub center and as a sub center maybe at some time. Okay, please take it the center forward. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your valuable input, sir. Now I invite Mrs. S.S. Lavate, HOD Electronics Engineering, PRS Dhoni, to introduce keynote speaker of today's session, Dr. Sanjay Singh Thakur. Madam, please.
Thank you, ma'am. First, I would like to welcome Prabhakar sir and Dr. Sanjay Singh Thakur sir from Pravara Rural Engineering College, Lodi. Dr. Sanjay Singh Thakur obtained his bachelor's degree in ENTC in 1985 from Government Engineering College, Jabalpur, master's degree in 1984 from VJTI Mumbai, and PhD from Society for Applied Microelectronics Engineering and Research, IIT Bombay. He has 35 years of teaching and research experience. He is fellow IIT, senior member at Delhi, chairman IIT in Mumbai Center, governing council member IIT Delhi, member of ISERC. He has published total 49 papers with citation index of 143. He has reviewed many books for adoption in Indian universities published by Tata McGraw-Hill India and Billy Publication. He also worked as a reviewer for Journal of Telecommunication Systems of Springer and at various international conferences. He has filed one Indian patent also. He has received Rashtriya Gaurav Award in 2012 and Indira Gandhi Excellence Award in 2013 at New Delhi. He is also recipient of Ideal Teacher Award at KJ Somaiya College of Engineering, Mumbai in 2004. He worked from time to time member academic council from 2006 to 12 and different statutory committees of University of Mumbai, such as Chairman, Board of Studies, Electronics Engineering from 2009 to 12, Chairman, Board of Studies, Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, University of Mumbai from 2006 to 9. He was responsible for syllabus upgradation of electronics and telecommunication syllabi. He also coordinated many ISG approved short-term training programs, workshops, national and international conferences. He worked as resource person, invited speaker at various engineering colleges, industry to update the knowledge base in the field of electronics and telecommunication engineering. Presently, he is working as a professor and head in ENTC department of Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, Vadala, Mumbai. His core interest areas are telecommunication systems, antenna, and RF design. Thank you.
So thank you, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
So,
madam.
We can hear you well.
Now I request Dr. Sanjay Thakur sir to proceed for the session.
so thank you very much, madam, for your kind words. Outset, respected President-elect Wing Commander Prabhakar, uh, my President Dr. Bakal in his absentia, and Dr. KTV Reddy, who is present over there. My pleasure. Dr. Gulane and his team, and my all GC members, colleagues, and Sri Parag Walinjkar sir, who is chairman Mumbai Center, and my all dear colleagues and young friends. It's indeed a pleasure for me to share some of the thoughts. Today, probably I will not talk much about the technology. Behind the technology, there are so many things which we need to know. And satellite, which is a very common general topic, which is a very complex system, whether in terms of reliability, in terms of technology, in terms of economics, it is concerned. So I would like to touch upon all those aspects today. So hope so that this is going to make all my young friends to be intent to go for some kind of research in this field or allied field of satellite or space technology. So let's begin with I'm just talking about very general, but excuse me, first 5-10 minutes I will take up for talking about the in general satellite as far as satellites are concerned. So before I start my talk, I would like to share that where I belong. In fact, of course, I am belonging to the IET, but professionally, I am faculty of Vidyalankar, faculty member of Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, which was let down long back in 1962. It is more than 50 years, almost 60 years is completed. Led Professor Chandrasekhar S. Deshpande, who has established this organization, and in 2000, full-fledged, we have come out with the engineering college. Before that, it was a coaching center for general idea of mathematics or for competitive exams. Professor Chandrasekhar, he himself was IRSC officer. He was research scholar of TIFR. So I belong to the Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, which is running the program on undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD programs in information technology, computer, electronics, telecommunication, electronics, biomedical, and master's program in MMS. So campus is somewhere around 3,200 students are there, and I belong to this institution. So let's begin with our normal satellite. Is how do we define it? It is a primary body is having a secondary body revolving around it, is a normal satellite. But if I just consider it, it's a space relay system which takes the signal from Earth station and which I mean to say, which is modifying or rectifying, or it is doing conditioning to the signal and then again retransmitting it to the required Earth station. So this is a general idea of it. In natural, we are having somewhere around 54 satellites are there naturally which are present. But nowadays, we are trying to create man-made satellite which all are revolving around the earth. Dr. Wing Commander Prabhakar was telling that today the low Earth orbit LEOs are more popular and geostationary orbits are less popular. That is a one aspect. And secondly, the congestion in the geostationary orbit has compelled us to go for the medium Earth orbit, MEO, LEO. All those aspects have grown up. I would like to touch upon the history of it. In 1957, the Russian people, they first time launched the artificial satellite Sputnik. Sputnik is nowadays very popular name, which is going around. Sputnik 5 is our vaccination. So, not we engineers, everybody knows what this Sputnik is. Sputnik is all about, if it is a Russian word, which is companion. So, we are talking about the companion of the earth. That was the idea that time for weather and environment conditions. The Russians, they had launched the satellite. And then immediately in 1958, US Signal Corps named the score. And first time the recorded voice of the that time President Eisenhower was broadcast. Peace on the earth, goodwill to all man. That was the message which was delivered through the satellite. So I was just talking about, my voice is there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very much
Ah.
properly audible. Please
Visible
continue.
too.
So anyway, so then the first communication satellite was launched somewhere in 1960. ECO 1, ECO 2 was then launched in 1964. Then the broadband satellite. Today, nowadays, we are talking about the high data rate systems and the broadband system, whereas it's way back, the satellite engineers, they had come out with the idea of broadband phenomena in 62 and 63 with the Telestar. So various levels are there. How do we put it around the earth? Geostationary, geosynchronous, sun synchronous, polar orbit satellites, inclined orbit satellites, low earth orbit, medium earth orbit, highly elliptical, Molniya. This Russian also had created that Molniya orbit. The future of satellite, it was long back predicted. This is a part or clipping of our Dr. Surendra, who got retired from the ISRO. He had written one article, and the clipping of that article I'm just sharing with you all, that future is all about the spacecraft will have the transmission to information satellite, InfoSat. And the next generation of communication satellite would have to be somewhere around 1,000 times faster than even those of early 1990s. There would be an urgent need for new data conversion protocols and open system standards. Some of them have already been developed and they are in existence. And so the technology is becoming mature nowadays. And this is the idea has been shared that time. Okay, one national satellite is there which is being connected with all monitoring, controlling, I mean to say, as far as maintenance or station keeping is concerned of other satellites, or weather monitoring, or every individual users through either LEO, MEO, GEO, through ship navigation, that everything is being connected right from my landline phone to space station. So this was projected that time, and it has become true now. now it is basically we are keeping our mind about growing economics. If presently we'll talk about the economics of satellite or space economic, overall contribution in the GDP is hardly 4 to 5%. Service industry, if I'll talk about, somewhere around 52%. But within that service industry, broadcast, information technology, it's hardly 2 to 3% is being contributed by. So in terms of quantum, if I'll just see to it, in somewhere around it was $11 billion, the total economy was standing in 1992, and 1996 almost it got doubled, and then again it has got doubled somewhere around 4 times in 2005, $20 billion to $75 billion. So internet, as we know today, has estimated 1,000 million users. In India we are talking about 100 करोड़ के करीब पहुंच गया है हमारा इंटरनेट यूजर्स का number. Of course, in some of them are having person like you and me who are carrying two numbers, two internet connections, all for the safety purpose. At the moment, I am speaking through my mobile and presenting through my internet of laptop. So that way, some ambiguity is there, but anyway, we can manage it. That 100 crore users are there in India at the moment. Whereas it all started with the commercial aspect of internet version 1 operated at 56 Mbps. Now it has been operational in general 1 Gbps with the data rate. Now this is our theme of today's talk. If entire, it's a 1.5 year back data which I collected, I would like to share it with all of you, that global space economy is somewhere around $350 billion. And out of that, non-satellite industry is only of $84 billion. And whereas satellite industry is somewhere around $262. So here, $260 billion we are saying it about. So you can just understand that we are not talking about rocket or the space shuttle. We are talking about only the satellite part which takes into consideration. And within that satellite, the major chunk, the lion's share, is taken by the television industry. Then fixed satellite services are there, and we are having the major chunk in terms of consumer equipments and GNSS for navigation purposes. We are having the hardware development system for manufacturing it. That is taking another $50 billion, and satellite manufacturing unit, which is almost of $14 billion industry. And launching part of it, very few countries who are finding it suitable to launch the satellite. India is one of them, and this total business is somewhere around less than $6 billion at the moment, in fact. But I'm sure it is growing. And if I further divide this into various utility, that I can just see the satellite TV, satellite voice, satellite mobile phone, these all terminals, they are being included. Broadcasting, general communication, personal navigation devices, and then traffic information services and global navigation system. These are the part of entire our satellite business part is concerned. So you can just see to it, and most importantly, in this economy, if I just see to it that somewhere around in entire this contribution, I just see to it the total if India's contribution is there, it's a very good figure, $4.3 billion. And whereas China is somewhere around in $11 billion, and rest of the countries, even Japan, Russia, these people, they are investing less than India as far as satellite industries are concerned. And if I just see to it, the rest of the world, by considering this, USA, China, Europe, India, Russia, Japan, and rest of the world, if I count, their contribution is also less than India's contribution in satellite industry or in space technologies. So India is progressing very well. I would like to share some of the points with this. If suppose I say the satellite industry, the expenses or investment or total industry is $260 billion, is the total economy of satellite, whereas satellite services are more than half the portion or somewhere around half the portion, and equipments or hardware which are being utilized, they are almost of half the portion, and very bigger portion is there for launching and manufacturing of satellite. So that way this distribution of our $260 billion is there. Whereas if in services, if I see specifically, so I just consider it that it includes a very small portion of fixed satellite services or mobile satellite services, which are hardly out of $127 billion. 17 or $3 or $4 billion is there, or Earth observatory services, they are hardly of $2 billion. But overall, for the entire satellite services, which are consisting of almost of $104 billion. So service industry here, it is on the consumer part, it's a huge amount is being spent on. And as far as the equipment we had said about the ground equipment on satellite, on space satellite, we are spending $127 billion, and on the ground equipment, $113 billion. So there, out of that $113 billion, $85 billion is being used for the navigation purpose, GNSS. And non-GNSS, it's almost taking $18-19 billion. And for general network part of the satellite, which are being used for services and for the ground equipment, it is the network part, it is taking $10 billion. So this is on the utility part. And whereas on the manufacturing part, US itself is taking somewhere around out of $14 billion, $9 billion is being utilized by US, and non-US people who are contributing to it is hardly $5 billion. So people, they are picking up, but US is quite ahead as far as satellite manufacturing things are concerned. Now launching is, other than the US, other countries are also contributing into the launching of satellite. India is one of the major countries. So we are finding that satellite industry indicator, where we are having everywhere almost growth is there. Only the manufacturing part, it has gone down. Otherwise, everywhere the growth is visible of satellite industry. If I just see to it, this has moved that every year from 2007 we are talking about. I just mentioned that this industry at 1992, it was somewhere around $11 billion. And by the time we are coming to the 2016, this has come to somewhere the part of $261 billion. So this is rising linearly very well. there is a up and down. The growth rate, if I just see to it, highest 2008, its growth has been seen somewhere around 19%. Then 2012, again 18%. Then we are expecting now it is on the lower end of the growth. So by next 2025, the growth is going to pick up somewhere around 10 to 12%. So it's a huge scope is there for satellite. And we all know, because India is all the time active in terms of developing and launching the satellite of our own or of the other countries. So India's contribution is very well significant and visible. So some of the facts I would like to share with you people, that tiniest satellite which is being launched in the space is hardly of 68 grams. So you can just imagine the very small tiny transmitter is there through some transducer. Some of the information of some of the levels or layers of the space we are trying to communicate to the Earth station, and that we are trying to do it. That small satellite is there. And the heaviest satellite which has been launched yet to this time is 5,800 kg. The size is huge. One person is normally weighing, a person like me is 58 to 60 kg, and if I can compare, it's almost 100 times bigger than my normal human size. So that has also been launched. In 2020, in the world, total 5,000 to 6,000 satellites are orbiting around the Earth. They are active. India had launched 319. Out of that, 118 were owned by India only. Remaining were, of course, provided the service to the rest of the world to launch their satellite. So India has done significant development in the field of satellite. If I compare with the USA, the last 1.5 years, they had launched somewhere around 200 plus satellites, and total for 33 countries. So that way, US is, of course, very developed country, but our contribution is also very significant. So only in terms of how Indian economy is growing as far as the satellite is concerned, I just wanted to share with you all people. The investment part, if I would like to just see this, the venture capitalists, they are contributing highest to this business. So if I just see to it, this is a part of, this is a major chunk which is contributed by venture capitalists, and angel investors are second, and then corporations, different business houses who are involved with it, and then the banks are coming into the picture. So there are people who are understanding, the business houses are understanding that the future is lying with the satellite, and so they are putting their money into it. So the business is growing, whereas hardly from somewhere around $20 billion at 2000 to now it has gone somewhere around $262 billion. Satellite system. Now there are two things as far as to understand the economic and to understand the entire complex of system of satellite. Satellite system is having two major part of it. One is from the engineering point of view, and another one is from the business or commercial aspect of it. So satellite in overall, by taking both of these things, I understand that it is a very complex system. How it is complex? Let's see to it. I just say the engineering involved is a mechanical, electrical. It's a space point is there that I stopped. But otherwise, Mechanical, when I am talking about, it is, I normally consider it is not the mechanical engineering. I talk, of course, about the cryogenic engines, but behind this, all production engineering, machine tool engineering, um, aerodynamics, astrophysics, chemical phenomena, then the electrical allied field, right from electronics, telecommunication, computer, IT, all branches are there. It is only the Mumbai University where I had seen satellite belongs to the electronics and telecommunication. If entire engineering part of the satellite, if I consider, electronics and telecommunication is hardly contributing somewhere around 15 to 20%, and computer and IT, these people, they are contributing somewhere around 10%. Electrical people, they are power system and buses, they are contributing somewhere around 12%. Cryogenic engine, mechanical system, structural design, mechanical is having a big contribution. But it is, I don't know the other university in India, but most of the universities in India, they are following satellite belongs to telecom, which is not true. It's a very complex system. Somebody says कि अरे satellite तो यार telecom का ही है. Satellite is only making interconnection, establishing the networks for transmissions. That part only belongs to telecom. Otherwise, I don't know how many types of power generation systems are being used. How do I use the liquid fuel to maintain my satellite life in the space? That somebody else is trying to look into it. So I just start with this mechanical, but I move into all it is going from automobile. I just consider it to be of production, astrophysics, then you are having your aerodynamics, then here we are having computer, IT, telecom. Without electronics, of course not. So it's a very complex as far as hardware is concerned. So I can understand that everybody can explore their capabilities, their own talent for developing the satellite. Whether it is a 68-gram satellite or it is 5,800 kilogram of satellite, everybody's contribution is to be visible in fact. And that we are never projecting. So you can understand the economy, how it can grow. If everybody is going to participate, then probably we'll try to make aware them. So it is basically, satellite is a complex in terms of your what we call it as interdisciplinary phenomena, and very complex as far as the engineering is concerned. Other day I was talking to one subject, that is reliability engineering, and I think satellite is the most advanced development of engineering, where reliability, there is no scope, it should be 100% reliable. I cannot say sorry कि उसका 5% error आ गया and it is going to destroy the entire investment. So here one cannot take any chance. I was talking to one super cop of India, and I just asked him, every day you are practicing for aiming the object, how many chances are being allowed? Probably Wing Commander Prabhakar will understand this aspect of these people who are on defense or security. Then that super cop had suggested me, sir, we are allowed 0 missing of the target. 0. By chance, I said, in practice you missed one target out of 1,000 or out of 100 days of practice, next day you are set on the bench. You are not being considered for the further services into the security of as a top cop. So that reliability we require. So that's in that sense also it's a very complex system. And most important, the economics when we are talking about the business point of view, the commercial aspect of satellite, if I consider, please focus onto it. This is a very important aspect that we normally have lots of different viewpoints. You also can contribute if some of the things I'm missing over here. Owner, the person who is initiating the kind of business for satellite, who is the owner of this project, who normally get it done, is design and taking the money to put onto the spectrum. Sorry, there is a correction. So spectrum is the costliest phenomena. It is coming ahead of any currency of the world. So today, spectrum is the most sought phenomena in the world of communication systems or for the information world. So the people who are really trying to develop some satellite, they are the owner. They are the designer. They are the owner of the spectrum. There is, if I am the owner, probably I am not manufacturing. Somebody else is manufacturing. Manufacturers, there are so many companies like Hughes, Motorola, Telstar. These are the companies who are manufacturing. Even some of the portions are being manufactured at our ISRO. Some of the portions, some of the ancillaries. And once we are getting it manufactured, we try to get it assembled somewhere. And this assembly is done, as far as I know, the Hughes is one of the biggest company who does the simulation and testing at the American base stations. They are having the huge lab. They simulate their space, and within that they launch their satellite. They calibrate, they test, they validate all the parameters. So manufacturing is, there are somewhere many companies in the world and they are manufacturing. So satellite belongs to somebody, but manufactured by somebody. And that too, there are multiple companies who are manufacturing the satellite. And then testing is being done. So testing, organization, the validation, this is we are talking about the validation. Or we are just saying it is simulation is also this part of simulation of space. And once it is being launched, the major business which is happening is station keeping. That maintaining the satellite into given orbit in a given location, maintaining its attitude and its azimuth and elevation, it's all done by somebody else. So India is doing fairly well in this business. Some of the satellites are being maintained of all over the world. Some of the satellites are being maintained by ISRO. So what they do is, what kind of business it is having, it is just trying that there are again two businesses are there, that maintaining the satellite into the orbit and taking the satellite to the orbit. So while it is taking the satellite to the orbit, that time no satellite is operational, I mean to say which is being launched. So who is taking care of it? It is the radar which is being used by the station keeping stations. So during the launch, radars are being used for placing them into the orbit. So that is also a huge business, that until it comes to the orbit, we are going to provide you the business. There also our ISRO is playing a vital role. I mean to say the India is putting its effort for station keeping. So this is another field
that station keeping is making a huge business. It is having a big impact on the part of the satellite economics and business operation. Now, a satellite has been launched, it has been maintained, and now I have to get the revenue out of it. I have decided the break-even point, and based on that break-even point, I am trying to recover the money. So, somebody is to do that business. The owner who has planned the satellite to be launched, he is probably not doing any kind of other than the business of selling his spectrum. I mean to say slot or the bandwidth to the customer. And the customer who is running it, I am running my Star Sports, I am running my ESPN Sports, I am running 10 Sports. So somebody has had some of the channels, they are belonging to them, they are the owner of it, but most of them are business operation people. They hire it from somebody and they run their business. So in 10 years, 12 years time, when they change the satellite, their location, they just ask their consumer to readjust their earth station orientation, and so that rest of the business is normal. So this is actually on the front end, this is generating the revenue. There is another business part of the satellite is a launching. Present data is not available with me, but long back, the American had published that normally they used to charge that time. It is 15, 18 years back. I remember I read it. Somewhere around $50,000 per kg, their launching rate. So somebody is the owner of the satellite. He has asked the manufacturers to build it. He has asked the testing unit to test it and make it ready. And then somebody is there when it is in the orbit. It has to maintain it. And before it reaches to the orbit, somebody has to launch into the orbit. And there, the launchers, they are charging somewhere around $50,000 per kg. So you can imagine about the cost of the satellite, which is being launched of the size of 5,800 kg. So it's a very, very huge cost involved. So once it is being launched, then the station keeping is coming. This has got no particular sequence. So sequence is just randomly put over there. I can just put it launching before the station keeping, and then the business operation later we can do it. So once it has been launched, the business operations are being taken care. I'm trying to share with you all people that how does it contribute to the economics of satellite. So it's a huge part of launching where the money is being created. Then the marketing comes. Our ISRO has got one unit known as Antriksh. So this Antriksh is a marketing unit of ISRO. They do all kinds of marketing, that whether it is a station keeping, whether it is a kind of launching, whether it is a kind of some portion of manufacturing. They do all kinds of this business, and for that they do the marketing. So Antriksh has done, and sometimes they create the business for others who are involved with the business operations. And the major portion is coming around, if suppose hundreds of crores of rupees we are spending onto the satellite, then if you are having fraction of doubt of failure, then it is better to have insurance. So today, I believe that the insurance business particularly for the space, particularly for satellite, is a huge, huge business. So now the people, they are slightly coming ahead because of attack at the World Trade Center in America. The insurance company had gone down, and now it's started again picking up. And I'm sure the insurance business will be picked up very well due to the satellite business. So because now the failure rate has gone down. When I was in fourth or fifth standard, first time I had been to theater to see the launching of Apollo 11. It means I was not knowing that time. People, they used to say, Apollo 11 क्यों नाम पड़ा, तो 1, 2, 3, 4 up to Apollo 10, every space shuttle was destroyed, was failed. Apollo 11 was only successful. So you can just understand how much efforts were put on for the failure part. Only one was successful. So Apollo 11, that time I was not knowing the big deal of how much the insurance is needed for this space units. I wish to take your viewpoint in case during our discussion you also can suggest me that these are the fields. In that sense also, it's a very complex system. Engineering, we had talked about, it's a very complex. It does not belong to one field or one faculty. It belongs to everybody. And as far as the business is concerned, the various aspects are there. All of them are independently doing the business, but they all need to collaborate with each other. It's normally, the satellite business is a kind of creating the consortium among themselves. So if I just see in present, in last 10 years, the low Earth orbit satellites and the small satellites are being launched, and they have contributed to huge femto satellite which has come of 68 gram, and now the sizes are coming of nano satellites are very comfortable in size, where all devices are being implanted and maintained into the orbit very well. So this, as far as the sizes are concerned and the number of satellites are being launched, there is a fluctuation. There is no established phenomena for it to keep in mind. But the small size satellites, they are now becoming very popular. Wing Commander has already suggested that the LEO has come, and because LEO has come, life could be extended of the satellite, the size could be reduced, the costing could be reduced, and so the sizes, it has gone in from mini size satellite to the femto size satellite. So the smaller satellite, if I'll just see the growth of this size of the satellite and then number of satellites being launched, if I just see, it's growing from somewhere around 2012 to 2017. If I just see graphically, it is just rising in fact. So there is a growth in small satellite. So this is also going to get a bigger contribution in the growth of satellite business. Small sat remote sensing ventures. I remember in my college days, remote sensing was being considered for geotechnology people, or civil engineers, it was the field. But nowadays, it's all telecom engineers who are encroaching into this field. So now IT and computer people, they are having good development into this field. They are focusing onto the new markets for analytics enabled by computing the power and machine learning phenomena. they are, we all are trying for potential applications to many industries directly at home. Today we just see online businesses are growing, and major help is with the help of satellite industries. Customer base still in early stage for direct satellite business, but I'm sure the future is all about the satellite business. Somebody they say कि वो एक satellite आया था and that has Iridium was declared bankrupt. But when the whole study has been done, the inquiry has been done why the Iridium has been declared bankrupt. It was not the technology, it was not the engineering, it was not anything which has destroyed the Iridium. It is basically the business model was not successful. They could not do the marketing perfect. And that has hampered the entire economics of satellite business. Somewhere around in 1998, I don't remember the exact year, but the Iridium, that company was declared the bankrupt. So people, because of that, some people, they have come onto the back foot. But now the success story of the satellite business, people, they started coming forward for it. So customer base still in the early stage. I'm sure it is going to grow, and growing government interest is another major chunk. All federal people, they are now coming into the front of the satellite business. So this is all about where I can see the future of satellite. All these people, they are working on to major industries which are working on to the space technology. OneWeb, SpaceX, Telesat, SAS, Boeing, Astrans. These are the industries. And initially I said about the users and Motorola, they are the small as compared to this company. So this is all about my viewpoint, how we can contribute to the economics of satellite. There are so many fields. It's not only the marketing which makes a major chunk for doing the business on satellite, but other aspects are also concerned. So those all points I considered. I wish that you participate and create a new avenues so that I can include into my future presentation. So driven by the dreams of living and working in the space. Thank you very much. Thanks, and all you all learned people are there. It's my pleasure for presenting my thought to you all. Thank you very much.
Any questions from audience?
Sir, there seems to be quite a large variation in the this business, satellite business. So it has come down now recently. Whatever the figures you have shown, it has now come down to 2% even, 18%.
Yes, that is 2016-17. That data is there, and I'm sure now by this time it is 7%. Is now it is coming to impact. So we are again hoping that this business is going to grow.
What could be the reason for this variation, large variation?
One thing is now our data rate is getting saturated. So demands are as usual. But as soon as bottlenecks are there onto the consumer end delivery, and if 5G will be launched, that bottleneck will be reduced, and so satellite which is going to be there to cater on the background. So probably that time it will grow a little with higher rate. So one bottleneck is which has been studied is the consumer end delivery. Yes, sir.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
So, I am Savatkar, Ajay Savatkar from Nagpur.
Yeah, please.
Thakur sir, your lecture was really fantastic. It has given the real idea how now we can progress in the satellite field.
Thank you, sir.
I am from the I am retired from the DOT oblique BSNL. I myself have worked for 9 years in the satellite field,
Yes, sir.
right from the inside 1B era.
Yes.
Now, I have got two small questions. I think you will be the correct person to give the same. One is
I'll try, sir.
yeah, you have talked about Iridium, oblique
Yes.
Motorola. We
Yes.
have got one outstation at Pune also.
Yes. Vikramarthi station.
This Motorola, pardon?
Vikramarthi station, sir.
No, it is near over that GMRT. I forgot Narayangaon.
Narayangaon. Arthi station name is Vikramarthi station. It is the main gateway of BSNL.
I see. Acha. Yeah, adjacent to BSNL's
Yes.
station. Yeah, that's right. So, Iridium has failed all over the world except in India. What was the logic?
Hey, sir. All over world also,
Yeah.
because they could not manage their business. So technology
right.
was
But
absolutely.
why-
I just wanted to share everybody. See, the failure it has been. Please share your points, sir.
Please continue. Yeah. See, I have visited that Inmarsat also and this Iridium our stations also. That technology was super that time also, today also. But what was the business model they followed in India and what was the business model they followed abroad? There they failed, not in India.
Sir, one very good thing for all of us, it's a proud matter for Indians, that we are very much adjustable in nature. Or we talk about all advanced technologies. We are able to manage the technology. That is, nobody talks about it. But Indians have got that brain that how to manage. They truly follow the engineering guideline that whatever is there, you manage with that. You don't think that which is not there, plan for it. Nothing wrong with it. So engineers who were working on the Iridium, they had never accepted that engineering got failed. So in other places, they were very much in hurry कि उनको 2 दिन में अरबों रुपया कमाना था. And that was the biggest failure of Iridium. So that entire organization of Iridium, later in US, it was declared as bankrupt because the spectrum cost itself is so huge that they are not able to repay their money, the installment. That is why I made the comment that the spectrum cost is costlier than any currency of the world.
Yes.
तो सर अभी भी मेरा ये मानना है जो मैंने लिटरेचर पढ़ा है, probably I was young at that time and I was not able to pick the actual story of it, but later whichever story I studied, I understand that it is only the marketing aspect which has got them failure. So in India the technology was absolutely fine. Yes sir, please.
My second question is now, who are the operator where we are using these sat phones? The existing satellite phones, how we are operating, or
there are many organizations who are working on sat phones, and our Iridium was the first company who had come out with the sat phones.
Yeah.
So that time itself, cellular phone was trying to establish itself its own business, and it was finding it difficult to do the business on SATCOM. I'll tell you, presently, it is this business I would like to share with you people. The satellite, when we are talking about, we have said all categories. all categories when we are talking about. I said the orbital category is there, the application category is there, launches category is there. Satellite is being classified in that sense. One category is there. I say it is for communication, whether it is environmental phenomena or it is a social aspect, the space exploring phenomena is there. ये दो तीन कैटेगरी बस होते थे. एक कैटेगरी है which nobody talks about and nobody knows in fact. Killer satellite. Killer satellite is a business which creates the spying phenomena. The one application is there, satellite. And sir, it is not there in the website. Yes, it is not there in the website. If it is for the website people, then it will no more be as a killer satellite. Then it will no more be for spying. It is not for any secret mission. Earlier in the world, only two organizations they used to do it, the business on secrecy. One is CIA and another one the KGB. CIA, that is Central Investigation Agency of America, and the KGB is Komitata Gosukarna Bezapastinoe. It is these two organizations who used to be the competitor for each other, and from those days the killer satellite has come into the picture, and today the SATCOM business, sat phone business is mainly on the killer satellite aspect. It is on consumer end, it is a very rare. So nobody tells about their business कि मैं इसको कि spying के लिए use करता हूँ. Nobody tells because their business is on secret mission. So on this front, we don't get much data on sat phones. There are very few organizations which are openly doing this business. So it's another field which we never talk about. But yes, it is true. It is there. Sir, am I able to say something on this?
Very,
Yes.
nice explanation. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thakur Sahab, it was excellent exposure right from, what goes into the development, design and vision for development of the satellites and its marketing aspect and what the future one can see and motivation for the student how to get into this technology even at the college level. It was really very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
India is the only country which has got all type of satellite launched from their own soil, we can say.
Only
Except America.
except America. Only our geographical location is not that suitable for geostationary orbits. So there we don't do much in fact. And that is not the problem or hindrance of technology. There is a problem of our geographical location itself. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody has got any other question?
India is supposed to have the lowest launching cost, right?
Yes.
So what is the potential for the India in the launching business?
I think I just said about the overall contribution of countries. US is giving a major chunk, and as compared to US, India's contribution in the economy of the satellite is small. But India's contribution as compared to rest of the world is really far more better. Where $85 billion business is being put in by the Americans, China is putting somewhere around $11 billion, India somewhere around less than $5 billion, Japan, Europe, these are also people, and rest of the world somewhere around $3 billion. So in that sense, it is good. But your question, you are if unhappy, I am 101% sure that we are going to progress very fast into this field. that all learned people, they are worried about कि हमको और आगे जाना है. And yes, we are progressing into that field. So it is no complaint about the growth of it. Only thing is, in one day it will not happen. Rome was not built in a day. So I'm sure we are going to be number one in space engineering in future.
What I feel, the whatever volume you told about the dollars, in India the basic cost itself is very less. Cost of production, cost of launching, everything is very less. वो
Yeah,
हम कहते हैं ना कि इवन वो जब हम लोग कार खरीदते हैं तो पहले पूछते हैं कितना देती है.
हाँ.
So that is our what we can say good mentality or bad mentality, but we always try to economize it. So that is why the cost of launching is very very less as compared to other countries.
Sir,
Particularly American, then second is European satellite.
सर एक इसमें इंजीनियरिंग का जो मेजर पॉइंट है कि एज लॉन्ग एज आई स्टडी, एज लॉन्ग एज आई thoroughly talk about the technology, the day I complete my degree, I stop talking about the economics. तो आप समझ लीजिए कि हिंदुस्तान के कैसे वो कंपनी में घुसता है, इकोनॉमिक्स पहला हो जाता है. तो कितने में काम चल जाएगा, कितना अच्छा हो जाएगा, कितना सस्ता हो जाएगा. That is a major aspect which normally all engineers they consider, whether they are in the service industry, whether they are in the key industries, whether they are in manufacturing unit. Their main motto is, तो सैटेलाइट का भी ये एस्पेक्ट है. जैसे आपने बोला कि अभी हमारा सबसे चीपर है as far as costing is concerned. I'm sure when we are competing at the moment with the world, and I'm sure we are going to gearing up and we are going to capture the entire market of satellite. I'm very sure.
Yeah.
So thank you, sir, for your point.
Thank you, sir. It was a really very nice talk. We were looking at the technical aspects only, being an engineer, but you have given the various aspects and that is very useful for the students. I suppose every satellite communication lecture, at least one lecture should be on this, which cover all these aspects. So once again, once again, I am very much thankful to you, Dr. S.S. Thakur, sir, and thankful to Wing Commander Prabhakar ji, who was the chief guest of the today's program.
Maybe after 2 years, I am seeing him. After 2 years, not saying hello also.
Yes, sir.
So hope that everything is fine.
So
yes, sir.
So we had with us various distinguished personality. I will once again we will take their names. Sri Bhatia ji, Dr. Ajay Thakre, Dr. Nilesh Kasat, Dr. Bormane, Dr. R.R. Deshmukh, Dr. KTV Reddy, our immediate past president, was also with us. IES Ajay Savatkar ji was there with us. Walinchkar ji, who is the chairman of Mumbai Center. Professor C. Murli, Sambare, Sri Sambare sir, who is the chairman of Aurangabad Center. Dr. Jawantiya was there. Dr. Bhavan Rinde, Dr. Sushil Thale, who was the past chairman of the IIT Mumbai Center. Even DC Pandey sir was also there in the participants. So I once again thankful to our today's guest speaker and chief guest, and I would like to mention here that next Saturday we will have the seminar by Dr. M.H. Puri. Topic is not finalized, so probably on Monday or next Tuesday I will able to share the leaflets giving the details about the topic, and that session will be in the gracious presence of Sri Walinchkar sir, chairman Mumbai Center, as a chief guest. So thank you very much, sir, and I hand over to Mr. Bambare sir to proceed for the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Sanjay Singh Thakur sir, Professor Pradeep Prabhakar, retired wing commander sir, Dr. KTV Reddy sir, for sparing their valuable time for the function. We are thankful to all the principals, faculty, corporate and student members for attending the program. Last but not least, we are thankful to IIT and our management, who is always supportive for organizing such events. With the kind permission of today's chief guest, I declare that the program is over and pray for everyone's good health. Thank you.
So thanks all, sir. I could not take the name of the Ratnadeep Deshmukh sir. Ratnadeep Deshmukh sir was present since beginning till the end for full session. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So hope all of we will be there. It is just becoming a sort of a get together, really enjoyable. So we are getting in addition, the feast of knowledge and the get together of all IITians. So I really feel very proud of having this PSC, this webinar series under the PSC, Pravara IIT PSC. सावरकर सर काय बोलायचं असेल सांगा. Sir, in IES, he was the 4th ranker in the IES during that time, and we had received very much time to time guidance from him much of the time. He is well associated with the IIT Nagpur Center.
नहीं मैं बोला आपने
आजकल mic is muted. Savatkar sir, your mic is muted.
Now is okay. Hello. आवाज येतोय का? नहीं मतलब गुलाने सर ने सबका टेक्निकल क्लास लेना शुरू कर दिया अभी हर वीकेंड पे.
अच्छा है, होमवर्क दे रहे हैं.
क्या
We will start giving homework also.
It is increasing our knowledge what is happening latest in the field.
So this has become possible because of the IIT. So many IIT fraternity, among the IIT fraternity, so many experts are there.
Gulane sir, sorry to disturb. Nice session by Sanjay Thakur sir. And actually, I have to appreciate to you also, sir. You're giving the reminder also, number of times that all the IITians to join this session on Friday in the morning. Also, you're giving the reminder to all the IITians. That is good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Gulane sir.
Thank you, sir.
Nice series of lectures.
Gulane sir, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
And wish you all the best.
Yeah. We are in the same train.
Okay, then see you all.
Okay. Thank
See
you.
you all.
Thank you very much.
Thakur sir, really, it was a very nice lecture.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. Many aspects you have covered in that, the total business aspects.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
He has actually covered uncovered portion, which normally.
Yeah, that is.
So that is something really good.
My pleasure, sir.
Yeah.
Anyway, IIT's slogan is rich to unreached. So, so whatever the unreached to the IITians or to the people, that has to be reached.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, sir. See you all.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you all.
Okay, bye.
Bye.